Yeah, is it better now?
Yes.
Hello? Yeah, actually there is several issues with Zoom. I don't know why. Yeah, okay. So I was saying like, is my terminal visible here? Yeah, now it's fine.
Yes, now it's visible.
Okay. So what I was saying is that uh, I'll tell you some commands on Linux, uh, ls, cd, pwd, and man pages. Man pages is like the documentation. Sudo, what is sudo? Sudo is like the powerhouse, like ultra permission, you can say. With sudo, you can do anything. You can even run your computer, or in a way, like delete everything from the. If someone gives you a command with sudo, and if it's something fishy, you should also check it, like what the command does, because that can even give that person the access of your computer, or delete all the necessary files, crash your system, anything, because it is like it is called super permissions. Okay. And apt and snap are packages, like package managements, which help us install software on our system. How these work is like, if there is a snap repository has all the software that we need, and from there snap fetches us the software that we need and installs on our system with a single command. Dpkg is a package management that helps us install, remove, or do operations on the softwares that we download from app, but for offline, not online. These both package managements does this thing with the access of online features, like with internet, you can say. Okay. So I'll start with ls. Ls means list. With ls we can check like what are the files we have in the directory we are, like ls is showing us like there are folders, desktop, documents, and etc, like list. It will list out all the things that are there at the location. So actually, through a terminal, what it actually does is like it needs a location first. So it means that I am in the home location. What's a home location is, if I go in file manager, this is my home location. Every operation where we do is happening somewhere, just like wherever we rest or wherever we go, it's surely be a place. Just like that, whatever operation we do, whatever command we run, will be happening at some location in our, you can say, disk. Either it is a folder or any directory. Okay, so next command is cd. Cd is used to change directory, like move between the directories. Like here, if I click documents, and now I'm in documents, simple. But in terminal, what I do is I cd into the document. I change directory in the documents. Now I'm in the documents. What pwd does is like it tells us where I am right now. Like if I do this, this, now I don't know where I am. So I'll click pwd. It will tell me you are in the home directory, and inside home directory there is a directory niche, and there you are. And if I check here in the home directory, where is my home directory? Here. And here's my directory. This is the place I am right now. In other locations, this was the root directory. Root directory is the place where everything is placed. You can say like root is the base where everything is placed. Like in Windows, we have C directory, drive C. Everything is in the C drive, the operating system and everything. But in Windows, we can have different drives placed somewhere else. But unlike that, here every drive we are accessing is accessed through the root. Like if I am using drive D, E, F, G, H, it will be shown here in MNT mount, because everything is mounted in this directory. And if I add a pen drive or something, it can be shown in this drive as well. So whatever happens over these directories rather than having a separate one. Okay. So like I want to go into some directory, like I want to go into Snap directory, and inside Snap I want to Zoom client, in and common. So what I'll do is I'll first check where I am. I'm in pwd niche. Okay. From here I want to go into Snap directory. ls. There's the Snap directory, cd snap, and inside Zoom and common. pwd, here's the path. ls, it is blank, nothing is there. Okay, these I showed you the only basic use of that. Okay, now a little deeper. I'll go in the home directory now. Wait, home directory, the cd ls. Also, one dot means home, two dot means back. See, one more. Now I'm in root. Are you understanding what I mean? Are you getting? Or should I make it little easier? Or I can use Hindi if everyone here speaks Hindi. Anyone can mention, like in the chat also. I'm using English in case everyone is not like there are someone who doesn't know Hindi. Hello.
It's fine.
Okay. Mm. So I did a ls to list all the directories there. It's like I am only doing the simple operations that I usually do in the file manager, like browsing. These are the main browsing operations: cd, ls, and pwd. Pwd gives us where I am. ls gives us what is there. cd helps me move inside the directory and outside the directory, like uh, back and opening a directory. Okay, these three commands are important because if you are running something, you need to be first in that directory, or you can directly do this. No, yeah, do this. Open in terminal, it will directly open a terminal in that path. But when you are not using the GUI, you need to understand these commands. Like you on a server, or like if you are using WSL on your system, then there is no GUI. In that cases, you need to know these commands. Also, in most places, you will be having GUI also, but through GUI, you won't be able to run some commands. In that case, also, you need to y- need you need to learn you need to understand these commands so that you can use them. Like in cases, what happens is like here when I use the GUI, I am the user Nishant, but when I'm using the terminal, I change my permissions to some other person user or the admin user, which I cannot do here. So whatever I do here is done under the name of Nishant, and whatever I do from my terminal is done under the name of admin or someone else, some third person whose account I'm using from here. Okay, I'll also teach that about the users and deleting users later on in the course. It is there. Uh, here, adding removing users. Currently, I skipped this part, Linux file structure, because it is very tough. You can see here. Uh, these are the directories. I will be explaining all of them, like why they are there. Like bin there is binaries. In boot there are boot instruction, booting instruction, your bootloader. In CD-ROM you can see CD-ROM. In dev there are packages and other stuffs like commands, like the ls and other things I'm using commands. And etc, there again some different type of binaries. What are binaries? Binaries are files, or you can say they're simple softwares or programs. In simple language, binaries are small files that are needed to run any software. Just like if I'm using code blocks, not code blocks, any PyCharm or some IDE, if it is using a very small file at a small level, at a code level, that small file needed to run the JetBrains software is its binary. While the JetBrains software itself is a package or software. In Linux, we refer any software as package. In Snap, I told you Snap was a package management, so everything needed for that is here. And similarly, there are other directories which I will explain in detail. But for now, I am sticking to the 3 commands: cd, ls, and pwd. Okay. So, do you have any doubt regarding cd, ls, and pwd? Anyone? Any doubt? Or I'll take it as no.
No.
Okay. So, in ls, what I told her, it means list. It lists out everything there. Or what is there, where we are. Next was cd. It means change directory. Why? To move between directories. What a directory mean is directory or a folder. Directory or a folder. And third was pwd. Simple where I am. It will tell me where I am, the entire path. Related to where I am, I can tell you one more command. I just need to clear it first. There is a command in Linux which is called who am I. It tells me who am I, the user I am using. Like I told you in UI, I am the Nishant user, while in terminal I can be any user I want to be. Like now I am root user, the one with all the permissions. It says I am root. Previously when I did who am I, it says I am Nish. But now it is I am root. I'm the root user. What is a root user? A root user, you can say, is a god user. It can do anything. Like now I can delete anything, I can remove anything, I can install anything, I can do anything to the system. I can even delete the I can even delete all these folders and corrupt my system. Like after removing all these folders, there will be nothing left in my system because all the installation files, all the packages I am running, this Zoom which I am running is placed somewhere here. The command I run, pwdls, they are also placed somewhere here. And the terminal I am using, it is also somewhere here. Like the terminal's GUI, it is also an application. Though I can run the terminal from the black screen, but that's different. Here I am using a GUI in this shell that is using the terminal functions. Okay, so I can delete anything from here, install anything here, install anything from anyone. Like here I am only having one user, but consider in your college I am having 20 systems on which I have installed Linux, but there I have done administration. Like administration means creating numerous users under through an admin, like all under a same network. Okay, so what I did was I registered all the 29 computers with different usernames, and I'm the root user. I can simply, what I do is access any of the users data, delete any of the users data, or install any software from my root root one. Like for any user, I can do anything through that. Okay, so like in this case, I can install anything, I can do anything. Like if I do it like that, apt auto remove some software. This is Thunderbird. I'm removing Thunderbird. It asks me nothing, just a yes or no. and it will be deleted. Just deleted. It asks me nothing because I'm already having the permission to do anything. But just see, it disappeared because it is deleted. Okay. But if I do it through the normal user, apt auto remove Opera. See, it is not giving me permissions. It is saying it is logged because I do not have any permissions. Okay. But if I add sudo to that, wait, clear. If I add a sudo, just a sudo apt auto remove, you do not have to understand this entire command right now. Wait, I forgot to add with what to remove. I'm adding Firefox. I think I added the password somewhere. I need to start other. Actually, once you have opened a terminal, if you add a password once, it will go on unless you close it once. Previously, it didn't ask a password because I just added the password. But now if I do it, it will ask a password to me. And it won't delete it unless I added the password. Like no one else can do it without my password. Or you can say root password. In my case, it is the root password because my niche user is the root user itself. It is attached to the root user because I'm not needing administration here. There is no need for me to create multiple user like in Windows. But in Windows, whenever you need a admin permission, you do not add a password. You just click on OK, and it just gives you a prompt. Like when installing any application, it just gives you a prompt if you are not needed. If that application doesn't need your admin permissions, it will go on. It will do itself. Like for updating, your system won't ask you like should I update or not. It will update itself. While in Linux, if I give it the update command, it asks me the password. Actually, updating in Linux is slightly different. What you do is first you give the update command. What update command is? It refreshes the index. What is the index? Index is something you can say index is like a index of software installed on our system. And what it does it like it refreshes which is the new software and which is not. Like in our mobile, when we open Play Store and click on refresh updates, it refreshes like is there a new software or not. It is the same thing we do there. And after that we have to click on install in the phone. It's like here also we need to give the upgrade command. Now it is saying like 99 upgraded 99 upgrades are available, 9 new files are needed, and 0 to remove. And if I hit yes here, it will work. And if I do not hit a yes and just give it a no, it won't update. Simple. So it won't update anything without my permission. I can stay with any old application I like, any old update I need to, or I can just update everything and leave just one of them as I want it to be. You got it what I mean? Though this part was to be covered later on, but in case I explained, because I'm using the commands right now. Like first we refresh the index, check for updates with the refresh index command. Then what we do is like we hit the upgrade command. What are the commands for that? That's all. Sudo apt upgrade and sudo apt upgrade. What is sudo? Sudo means asking for permissions, super permissions. What is apt? Apt is our package management. Update is just a command. You got it what I mean?
Yes.
Okay. Also, one more thing, like I told you, like whatever we do, we need to be at some certain place in our file storage, right? But while running a package, we do not need to be in any certain place. Why? Because it by default is taking the it is taking the app package from where it is placed. Like it is not placed in cd in a document folder or in some any folder where we need to go and then pick it up to run it. It is by default linked to our shell by default. Like in Windows, you know the environment variables. What environment variables are actually, you have seen like in CMD we give Python, it runs, but if it is not set properly it won't run, right? But if it is not set, what we have to do is install Python software and then give that entire path where Python is installed to environment variables. So what it does, is like it links that Python package to our command prompt, terminal or shell, you can say. Here we call it shell, there we call it CMD or PowerShell. Both are same, but the difference is a power in a PowerShell you are limited. You cannot use all the powerful applications or things that you can use here. It is kind of lots of limited in Windows. Here you have the 100% power of terminal or shell. There the thing that is in power is the GUI. We use the Windows for GUI. Not everyone will use Linux. Like if someone is a businessman, he needs Excel. Why will he need a CMD or anything? But a developer does need it. That's why they switch to Linux. You got the point?
Yes.
Okay. Mm. So I think I explained these three things. Oh, I've missed the man pages. Man pages. What are man pages? I'm calling it man pages because they are called man pages because man means manual, and for full we call it manual pages. But rather than calling manual pages, we call it man pages. And how we use it? Just man and any program whose documentation we need to read. Like pick any of three. Oh, pick any one of these three: CD, LS, or PWD, whatever you like, or apt or snap. Pick any one.
Snap.
Okay, snap. Let's check if snap has its documentation here. Yeah, it opened. See, this is the manual of snap. Description lets you install, configure, refresh, and remove snaps. A snap, like uh, just like in Android we call an app, just like similarly Snap calls its packages snaps. Just like on Twitter we call it tweets, but it actually means a package or a software. uh, Description about, so small description about it. Let's go a little deeper. There is snap about, acknowledgement command, methods, more methods, more methods, more methods, more methods, more methods, more. Like it is the entire documentation that we might not need. What we here, this is the one we mostly use, snap install, to install any package. Let's go more. These are the arguments. What an argument is, what an argument is, it is a important thing. What an argument is there something called row? No. Paint. Let it be. So like in this command, sudo apt upgrade, this was the for permissions, right? No, it's not for drawing. This is for permissions. This is the package. This is the kind of, you can say, a command in that package. But there's a something we call a mode. A mode is something that is that gives us more deeper access to the commands, you can say. Like in here, color, and these are arguments or modes to run the install command. For example, I'll give you a very easy example. Rather than this, I told you ls command. It tells us what it is here. It is a what I was saying. It is a package also, a small package or whatever you can say. It is listing out everything, but you want to use its modes. Whatever starts with dash is a mode. So I want a mode that can tell me what is the size of these folders. So there is a mode called A. It means all. It oh wait. We need L. L means long detail kind of. So it gave me long details. 4096, 4096. These are the permissions. DR means it is a directory. It means first group has write permissions and executable permission and read permission. Other group doesn't have, and third group only have executable permissions. Okay, like I'll explain in detail later on because it is quite much complicated. Okay, so this is the permissions part. Okay, this is telling me who owns it, who is using it, and the date and the time and the folder name. Okay, and what A does is it shows us everything, all everything, like all the folders there, hidden folders, the back, the home, everything. So if I use both of them, LA or AL, it doesn't matter. You can use it like that, or I can use like a L. It is still same. It is giving long details for all of the folders here. Got it? What I mean? Like it is to access further deeper access to the like additional features, you can say. The modes are additional feature we can use of that package. You understood, or should I explain a little in a little easier language?
Got it, but what does ls-i does?
ls hyphen it's actually L. Wait, ls hyphen L means it gives us uh, details, like all the details, like it's all the details that it can give about the directories. Like you can see, ls gave us just what is there. Dash L mode, what dash L mode gave us is like the description details about those folders. Ls A does is like it shows us all the folders in that directory, like hidden also. And I can combine different modes together as well. Like this, AL or LA, it doesn't matter. I combine them, like all directories with all the details. L, what L did was like it gave all the details. Like if you didn't get it, it's still fine. I was just explaining you that what is a mode, what actually a mode is, like that what we were checking here. Like install was the command, and these are the modes. You do not need to remember all the modes because normally we do not need it, but for some time you need to know the modes, like how to use a mode, or like how to check it. Like there is some command I want to use, but I do not know if there is that feature or not. Then I'll open its documentation, and then I'll find like, okay, there is that feature. Okay, so this mode does the thing that I want to do. I think the meeting is about to end. 10 minutes. Okay, so I know that this mode can do this thing, so I'll use it simply. there is a list, like you can see, like there are all the commands, all the subcommands, and the modes that we can use of any particular package. It, it is a manage bigger one. I'll go with some basic command like ls. Let's just open the manual for ls. There is this all. Do not ignore entry with dot or anything. See, a means all, everything. It will show us everything. Now there are more. Capital A, almost all. B escape, which we can try more. Dash D directory, not their content. And let's see, we used L. L should be there also. I, J, K, L, L. L means long list format, like long details you can say. And let's see, let's do one more thing. Close this terminal. I showed you a command to list. I showed you a command to check where I am. I showed you a command to move into a directory. Now let's do one thing. I'll add one command to delete also. rm. Rm is to remove, simple. Rm. It won't work because I'm not giving any mode or deleting anything right now. No file. I'm not giving it any file right now. Okay. That's why it said missing operand, because it needs something to delete. We cannot just delete in air. So what I do is I want to delete this opera file, and where I am right now, I'll go into the home directly. I'll go into the home directory. I'm in the home directory. So I want to delete this file. Where is it? In the downloads. I don't know where I am. Let's first check. Let's see where I am. So tell me which command I'll use to check where I am right now. Go on.
PWD.
Okay, I'll check using PWD. Okay. Now I want to know what all are the folders here. What will I use?
ls.
Okay. Now the operas table file is where? In the downloads. I want to go into download. So what I'll do now?
cd download.
Yeah, CD downloads. Also one more thing. You do not have to type like this. If there is a folder that starts with D and there is only one folder that starts with D, I can hit tab and open it. But you can see there are 3 folders. It won't open. It will give suggestions. Now I'll click O. So there are 2 folders that starts with O. Now I click W. So now there is only one folder that starts with DOW, and click tab. It will auto complete it. Tab button auto completes it. I cannot show it right now, but tab button auto completes everything if there is only one folder or file to that. Okay, CD. Now what I'll do to check what is here?
ls again.
Okay, now I need to delete it. Okay, simple rm op. Now what will I do to complete its name? I do not want to tab. See, it tabbed it. Now I'll click and ls deleted. You got it right? Great. I think that's a lot for now, for today. Also, one more thing. I have not upgraded my, like, I just installed installed everything on my own. Not installed. I just installed Linux on my system, and I want to upgrade my system. So what should I do now? I want to update and upgrade one. Yeah. Which command?
Upgrade.
Upgrade, but upgrade. Okay. You said upgrade. Sudo apt upgrade. But the thing is, I last, like, I'm using this command, but right now it will only fetch those updates that my computer knows. Like in its offline index, like in your phone, you open the Play Store, but you have not yet your phone doesn't know like which is the latest update. So whatever latest update it knows, it will install that. Like if Facebook Messenger is like 100.0 and your system knows it is 90.0, it will install only 90.0. So what can I do for that to know what is latest, to check updates? Anyone?
So we
Okay.
will go with update only.
Yeah, we will go
DAT.
with update first. I'll go with update first to refresh the index. What is index? Simple check for updates. And what is this? All these thing that is hitting hit 1, hit 2, hit 3. These are the places where all the softwares are. Like some softwares are here in this repository. This is a link to that repository, that place. It is like the address, you can say, to that place where all the softwares are. This is second place, third place, fourth place, fifth place. So what it did was it hit all 5 URL and checked, refreshed through all 5, that what are the latest things we have right now on our we can download from on our system from there. Like if Python is 2.0 on our system, is there Python 3 available in any of them, or Python 4 or something, anything? If yes, then it puts that name in our index is just like a file, and there is a place where all these are added, and I can show it, but just do not take it too hard on yourself. I'll show where that file is, because remembering that might confuse you. Just if it opens wrong, text file. See, actually this is a long list, but here like in programming we use comment. Everything is commented. Like see, this is the uncommented line, in.archie.ubuntu.com, in.archie.ubuntu.com. That is the place where all these URLs are that we want to refresh from. Okay. Now I just check for updates. This might look complicated, but there's a short also. Like it refreshed, and now I just click upgrade, and now click OK, and it will start. Also now in this case it is running, but how to stop this? Control C. Control C stops any command if it is running. Right now I do not want to update my system. Like what if I'm updating it, it updates my Opera and the video call stops, I stopped it with Control C. Okay. Also, one short thing you don't, it is also one more thing that you are not supposed to remember right now. You can learn it as you practice, or you can add it as you practice. You can use two commands together, and add and it can run 2, 3, 4, 5, any number of commands. See, okay, just one more easy implementation. CD, I want to go into downloads folder. I'll first create a file there. Mm, 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 mm. Downloads, save. Okay, I want to download here. What I do is I'll give a single command. First, I'll just check ls cd